So that brings us to example 4. I made this one up as well. Suppose that when a company produces its product, fixed costs are $12,500 and variable costs are $75 per item. Again, fixed costs are something that we only pay once, and it's at the beginning, so we can think about that like the y-intercept. And variable costs are costs that are like marginal costs. It's how much for one more. And so we use those words again interchangeably. Variable cost, marginal cost, and slope all refer to how much is it going to cost for one more. And so we're asked to write the cost function if x represents the number of units, and so that's part A. We are going to have a cost function that is going to read that cost is equal to 75 per item, so 75 for every single one of those things, so 75 times x, and then the fixed costs are $12,500. So there's a cost function for this thing. And for part B, we are going to be asked, the company sells its product for $175 per item. That's an example of revenue. And so we are asked to write the total profit function for the product. We can't do that yet because we don't know what the revenue function is. And so what we need to do is use the information we were given, that it sells its product for $175 per item, to produce a revenue function. So revenue is going to be 175x. That means $175 for every item that we produce and sell is what we are going to make in revenue. And again, with revenue, no one cares. All we care about is profit. And that's why it asks us to come up with a profit function in part B. Again, profit is equal to revenue minus cost. So we're just going to copy those two functions in there, being very careful again about that minus sign. So we've got profit is equal to revenue minus cost. We're going to have 175x minus, again, cost, in parentheses, because we are subtracting the entire cost, not just the 75x. So we'll get something that looks like that. I could go ahead and give this to Wolfram. I'm just going to do it in my head because it's a fairly simple one. So 175 minus 75 is 100. And that minus sign, if you remember from your algebra class, Wolfram will do this for you. It's going to carry it over there. And that should actually say plus. I made a typo. So that negative times that plus is going to make it negative down here. 12,500. And again, so what this profit function tells us is that we make 100 bucks per or for every item. And this right here, this is going to be a residual of our cost function. These are the fixed costs that we pay before we ever produce anything. So it cost this company $12,500 just to open its doors and let the employees in. They haven't made any products yet, and that's cost that they're going to have to pay before they start making anything and selling it. So there's our profit function. And sort of an explanation of what those numbers mean. We are asked to find the total profit function for this product. It looks like we've got it. So again, that is our profit function right there. Next, how many items must the company produce and sell to break even? So here for part C, break even occurs when profit is equal to 0 or when revenue is equal to cost. I can choose which one of these I want to use, and again, for the purpose of today, I will use both of them just to show that they both work. This time, let's start with revenue equals cost. My revenue function was 175x, and my cost function was 75x plus 12,500. I'll go ahead and give that to Wolfram because that's kind of on the nastier side. And we've got 175x is equal to 75x plus 12,500. And we get 125. So this company needs to sell 125 items to break even, which means that they make no money. Anything after 125, they will begin making money. We're also going to do the exact same thing this time with the profit function. So we have profit. We need the profit to be 0. So let's undo that Schlegel and get back there. Good. Profit. We want the profit to be 0. Profit function is 100x minus 12,500. We can give that to Wolfram, and we should get 125, just like we did when we used revenue equal, or when we did revenue equals cost. And of course, yes, we get x equals 125 because both of these ways of doing business right here are exactly the same. We're going to produce the exact same product. They have the exact same meaning. So with that, here's our explanation, folks. We need to produce and sell 125 items to break even. Anything more than that they sell is all going to be profit. And for every item they sell beyond that, they will make $100 in profit. So one item is $100, 10 items is $1,000, 100 items is $10,000. I hope you sort of get the idea. We'll be talking about this more in future problems.